Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Oscar Mbira. I'm a certified program and project manager. In this video, I'm going to take you through a method called product-based planning, which is one of the most powerful approaches in project planning or program planning. To the channel, don't forget to click the like button and the subscribe button to support this channel to produce more videos. I recommend, if you're a project manager, you follow this, but also look at the situation. If it's not applicable, then don't push yourself to do that. However, I would suggest that you start by doing this first, and then you see how you're going to benefit more. The advantage of this is you are not going to leave out end products. There are projects I've seen, they run up to the end, everyone is happy, it's considered successful, then they realize that one or two products or deliverables which are expected from the projects, they were never touched, they were never delivered, then they have to go back again. So this is very important. So there are a number of activities that you have to do when you're going through a product-based planning. So the first one, you need to create your product list or checklist. Product list. You want to call it checklist. Okay. Then number two, you create product descriptions. Remember, product is the same as deliverable. So a product of a project is the same as deliverable. So just keep in mind that a product in a project is the same as a deliverable in a project. Then number three, once you're done with the product descriptions, you go to your product breakdown structure. We normally call it PBS in project management terms. So once your product breakdown structure is now available, okay, you move on to the next stage. So the next stage is going to be your product flow diagram or product flow. You might decide not to put a diagram, but you must have a flow, the products. Then number 5 you're going to have is called activity lists. So you want to be able to list all the activities that are associated in delivering these products in a project. Then after your activity list, number 6, you are going to have what is called activity sequencing. This is important. You need to know the sequence of all your activities. Then once this is done, you put your schedule. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to click the like button and the subscribe button to support this channel to produce more videos like this. Okay. So let's recap again. The first stage that you have to do, or the first stage that you have to perform when you're doing product-based approach, is to make sure that you have your product lists, which means you work with the main stakeholders in the project. We have seen in the previous section of the video that we have 3 main stakeholders in a project. We have the business, we have the customer, and we have the supplier. You might want to call them senior customer or senior supplier. So normally you get the product lists from the customer, what they want to see, from the business case, what they want to hear from the project. Okay, so this one you have from business case, or from customer, stakeholder. Remember, customer is a stakeholder. Okay, so the same also applies to this product descriptions. For a product from a project or deliverable from a project, for it to be accepted by the owners, either the business sponsor or the customer, it must satisfy some specific descriptions. So this is where product descriptions come into place. If, say, for example, you are expecting the product to be 50 kg, okay, or kilograms, so this is what you're going to describe in your product description. There are so many items that are captured during product description. Then the third one is product breakdown structure. So here, we are going to show how the products are related. So it's a breakdown structure. Okay. Then number 4, we have a product flow. Here you are going to sequence how the products are going to be produced. We are also going to see this as we go through the example, but let me put placeholder examples here. So you have product 1, product 2, product 3. So the sequence is as follows. You want to start with product 1 for you to be able to produce product 2. I can give you a good example of construction of a house. You can't start with roofing before you have done foundation. You can't start with roofing before you have done the brickwork. So you also need to sequence the activities. You also need to sequence the product, how they're going to be produced. Then you go to activity list. You now list the activities required to produce this product. So number 6, you're going to have activity sequencing. So after identifying all the activities associated with this product or required to produce the product, you also sequence the activities. Once the activities have been sequenced, you should be able to now create your project schedule. Okay, some they want to call it a plan, but plan is more than a schedule. I've seen most project managers confusing a project plan and the schedule. They think it's just the same thing. In most cases, they are different. So once this is done, then we are going to go into the next section. We are going to take our case study. We are going to go through it in a tool, Microsoft Project tool, for you to be able to see how do you go about the product-based approach, what you need to do for you to be able to succeed in your project. So let's move on to the next section of the video. So to demonstrate the product-based approach in terms of planning, I'm going to use an example of building a website, which is something that is very common nowadays, either for other organizations, for business, for schools, for educational institutions, and so on and so forth. So in order to reduce the size or the time of the video, I didn't want it to be very long, I've already pre-typed the website products that you should expect. The first one is the e-commerce. So this is the product that you have to start with. You have to choose between any of the available platforms, like the Shopify, the WooCommerce, or in custom builds. So for this example and demonstration, we're going to look at 5 products. So the first one is e-commerce. The second one is user interface. The third one is the shopping cart. And the fourth one is the product management system. Testing documents is the fifth one. Then the last one is not a product as such, but that is the launch of the website. So in order for you to build the website, I'm only going to concentrate on this section of the Microsoft Project 2. The rest of the other sections, I'll cover them in the next videos to come. So for now, I just want to demonstrate the 5 products that we need to build a website. So as I said earlier in the video, if you choose a product, the next step is to choose activity lists. So for e-commerce, we have these 4 activity lists. You have to choose your platform. You have to configure the payment gateway. You also have to set up the shipping options and also create a product catalog that is going to contain the product description, the images, and the pricing. So if I may highlight this, so these are the activity lists that you come up with after you've identified your product. You've already described your product. So I'm going to highlight again. So the next product is user interface. This is how the users are going to interact with the website. So you must make sure that you have this product of user interface where the website is designed. You create even visual mockups, and you also develop the website user interface. UI stands for user interface. So the next product is going to be the shopping cart, where you have to develop the shopping cart functionality. You also have to implement the checkout process and also integrate with the payment gateway. So the fourth product we're going to look at is product management system, where you're going to set up or integrate the product management system. You connect with the product management system so that you're able to upload it to your website or platform. And then you also do the data migration to the product management system so that your products are also available on the website. Then the fifth one is the testing documents as part of the products. So you have your test scripts, you have your functional testing,
security testing documentation, performance testing documentation, cross-browser and device testing documentation. So for the purposes of demonstration of a product-based approach, I only looked at these 5 products for building a website. However, you might notice that there could be many of these products depending on the functionality and the requirements for the product. Then after that, your website, you launch it. So this is a demonstration of product-based approach, including the activities. The description is normally done outside this project 2. You can do it through some other systems, or worst case scenario, even Excel or Microsoft Word, to document and describe your products. So this brings us to the end of this video. If you want me to create any of the videos pertaining to the information that you've learned from this video, let me know in the comment section below.